What's good, fellas? Today, I bring you a question.
What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
A tricky one, I think you'll agree, because there is no traditional right answer. Rather, it is a moral quandary designed to give insight to others on how you see the world. However, I noticed in this dialogue tree that my own personal belief was not listed, which I consider to be a case of religious discrimination. Consider, humble viewer, that the worth of one's life is not tied to their deeds or their usefulness. Rather, it is tied to the value of whatever was used to kill them. Were you bludgeoned to death with a shovel in rural Appalachia? Sorry, bud. The sum total of your existence is now $14.98 at the local Home Depot. Was your body's state of matter forcibly transformed by an AGM-114 Hellfire missile? Well, now, you're starting to move up in the afterlife. And if we added the concept of vampiric maximalism, the creation of such value would naturally make the weapon itself more valuable. Mr. Recruiter, I think you'll find I have an unceasing obsession with increasing value. So what do you say? I think I'd be a great fit for Lockheed Martin. Well, you certainly have the thirst for blood money, but I'm not seeing a fully functional F-22 built in Besiege on your resume. Shit. Besiege, a war machine construction game. A sadism evaluation for arms manufacturing. A tiger slowly stalking your autism through the jungle. All of these are true, but none paint the full Belle Epoque masterpiece that is Besiege. At its core, it's a game about solving problems. We need to move some more. That's a problem, easily solved. This grain farmer is getting uppity and refusing to hand over his grandparents' inheritance. That's also a problem, but not for long. We need to move this sunken treasure into a hole on dry land. That's a problem, which would be easy if said treasure wasn't 4 tons of solid lead. Point being, while not every level has a unique objective, they all present different challenges for your creations to overcome, the difficulty of which can be best broken down into the 4 main islands. Ypsilon is like the coloring book of murder engineering. It is a simple land of pox-ridden farmers and malnourished knights, whose ultimate bastion is a mildly fortified Starbucks. Not gonna lie, I'm kinda disappointed, but in a rival's manner, like if a CCP assassin tried to kill me with a Nerf gun. And much like said assassin's family lineage, each successive continent builds steadily on the complexity of war. Tolbrind is a land of flight, and most levels require a flying machine to overcome. Valfrost is Denmark, but also a continent of multitasking. Your machine will have to be capable of performing multiple actions at once, such as stealing... historically German gold from a Swiss vault. Krolmar is the culmination. In our world, ancient Egypt is considered to be one of the most technologically advanced civilizations of their time. How advanced? They invented condoms. Don't ask what they were made of. Very relevant to Krolmar, because believe me, you're about to get every skill you've built over the past 3 islands will be tested here. Durability, efficiency, functionality. You need all of them and more for some of these levels. Channel all of your terroristic creativity, because by God, you're gonna need it. There's also the expansion, which adds aquatic machinery. Ooh. But I haven't beaten that one yet because of this damn treasure chest. But that's for later. For now, you load into the first mission and are given a simple task. Ruin this farmer's life with the most esoteric mechanoid you can muster. Sounds fun. Let's get to work. Behold, if you will, your tools of war. Basic blocks, mechanical blocks, weapon blocks, blocks that make you go up, blocks that scratch the itch of your inner jihadist, blocks that save your machine from your piss-poor planning, and blocks for computer science majors. But for now, all you really need is 4 wheels, some steering hinges, and a log. Congratulations, you've built a Honda Civic, ready to power slide directly into the nearest cyclist. And that right there is the beauty of Besiege. Consider this basic graph, where our x-axis is complexity, and our y-axis is difficulty to learn. From this, we are able to break down a construction game's mechanics to player relationship into 4 distinct quadrants. What's that? It looks familiar? Don't worry about it. Let's take a closer look. Bottom left, low complexity, low difficulty. This is the domain of Minecraft, where your game isn't that hard and blocks have anti-grav properties. You don't need to worry about physics or nutrition, unless you're psychotic, and can just focus on building. Top left, low complexity, high difficulty. This is the realm of building games that are kinda terrible. And I mean the ones where the developer requires a mystical dream voyage to learn complex aerodynamic modeling. I'm not giving an example, if only so my mailbox remains chemically inert, but I'm sure you can think of something. Top right, high complexity, high difficulty. This would be games like Kerbal Space Program, where creating a machine that wants to live is an achievement in of itself. You have to fight tooth and nail every inch to even take a single step forward. But when you finally do, your genes do get a little bit whiter. And finally, bottom right, high complexity, low difficulty. The realm of factory games, city builders, and Besiege. I consider this the Garden of Eden for construction games. And naturally, the Tree of Knowledge is a good difficulty curve. And Besiege? Oh, you best believe it goes to church. Let's face facts. No level in Besiege really requires a complicated machine. I played through the whole base game, and the most demanding level required a machine that could rotate a button, then push it in. So, a rotation wheel, some pistons, and a couple drive wheels. Not exactly rocket science. But you want a cool machine, right? You're looking at all these blocks, all the possibilities, and what? You want to roach out with yet another basic bitch drill car? Hell no, you're better than that. And there it is. Intrinsic motivation. You get creative, you experiment, and then eventually, you make your own god machine. Behold, the violation. Of what, you might ask? Many things. The moral boundaries of modern society. Various international wartime laws. Your ass. When I dreamed up this bad boy, it was out of desperation. This level in Tolbrin, you see, requires you to down 3 aircraft. And as a non-avian branch of the Neko-Arc divergence tree, the concept of flight was alien to me. What could I do against beings who mastered the art of up? Hang on, what's that block there? Hot air balloon, press U and J to adjust height. Oh. Looks like the chef's back to cook, gentlemen. We have an incredible new tool, but what to build? Like with all inventors, I looked to the past for inspiration, and I found it within a certain presidential term. Savor the time you have left, peasants, because air superiority is mine. And even better, this machine was modular. Don't need bombs? How about a fully functioning mechanical arm? How about a Fulton recovery system? How about a bottom-facing drill for cracking buildings? This creation alone could beat 80% of the levels in the game. And it's not the only universal answer. Just take a look on YouTube. God machines are plentiful, and every single one is different. But fellas, let me tell you something. The real joy is in creating it yourself. So don't copy mine, or theirs, or anyone else's. Because these OCs are ours. Do not steal. And of course, there's more than just the 4 continents. Build your own levels with the level editor, and create something better than this abomination. Go wild in the various sandbox maps, and create with no boundary box. Install a few mods, and experience imposter syndrome like never before. Want to buy the Splintered Sea expansion for some nautical nonsense? Aye aye, Captain. Go into Multiverse, and rub your neurons against a friend for fresh tomfoolery. Overall, and say it with me now, Besiege is a game with heart. It's a wonderful building game that understands, more than any other, that creative progress feels best when it's tangible. And there's nothing quite as tangible as freshly launched Rubble. Go buy it. It's $15 and constantly on sale. Thanks for watching, fellas, and thank you all again for 1,000 subs. Still rattling ideas around in my head for a milestone special, but do feel free to leave suggestions in the comments. Catch you later. Peace.